B4. B4.
Bingo.
Another happy winner, isn't that right, Carl?
That's right. That's right.
My dear Evie, if you are reading this letter, it means that I am no longer with you. I have instructed my attorney to find you and present you with my last wish. I have lived here on Lake Evermore for many long years and can think of no place that I'd rather have been. Here I have found friends and peace of mind that have carried me my entire life. Since I have had no children of my own, it is my wish that you have the summer cottage that you enjoyed so much during your visits when you were a child. Often I would remember when you helped me in the garden. You would pick flowers and bring them back to me to decorate the table. It seems like yesterday when I baked your favorite cookies and read you bedtime stories. We would sit for hours on the porch and listen to the whippoorwill over the lake. Those days are gone, and now I am gone as well. I hope that you and your family will build up memories that last a lifetime here at Lake Evermore. Therefore, I am enclosing the deed and key and hope that they find you well. Yours forever, with much love, Sadie.
There you go, Eleanor. If you need anything else, just let us know and I'll have Carl bring it right over to you.
Thank you, Ben. You're such a treasure.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Hi, folks. What can I do for you?
Hi, I was hoping you could help us. We're looking for the Sadie Thompson cottage.
Why, you must be Evie.
I haven't been called that in years. How did you know?
Why, Evie, I remember you were no taller than this counter. Well, you could hardly reach this candy jar.
You know, I remember these.
Look at you. Look how you've grown. Carl, look how she's grown.
Pretty, too.
Thank you.
We're so sorry to hear about your Aunt Sadie. We're really going to miss her around here, especially down at the bingo hall. I called the numbers down there, you know.
Oh, really? Oh, and I'm sorry. This is my husband, Mike. I'm Mrs. Turner now. And I'm sorry, I don't remember your name.
Ben Bradley, but it's okay. It's been a long time.
You know, it's all coming back to me now. Aunt Sadie used to bring me here for candy and treats.
She used to bring you in that old Studebaker of hers.
She drove that old car up to the day she passed away.
Now, how long have you owned this store, Mr. Bradley?
Just call me Ben. I've had you and my niece so many times, you're a little, I think we can use our first names, don't you think, Carl?
We're all one big happy family around here, darling. That's for sure.
Is this your game?
No, sir, I don't play chess.
Actually, Evie, that's your uncle's game.
He's passed away for over 20 years now.
You mean it's been sitting here all this time?
Yes?
Whose move is it, black or white?
White, I believe.
Well, it's as if nothing has changed here at all, come to think of it. Honey, you gotta try one of these.
We really don't like to see things change around here. There are some things look better the way they are. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Isn't that right, Carl?
That's right.
Don't you agree, Mr. Turner?
What can I say? I'm a builder.
A builder, huh? We don't get many builders around here, do we, Carl?
Can't say that we do.
Change is the essence of life, Mr. Bradley. Without change, you can have no tomorrow.
Tomorrow never comes, Mr. Turner.
Here you go, Ben. You got any outgoing?
You remember Evie, don't you, Floyd?
I sure do. I'd recognize that face anywhere. How are you, darling?
Good, thank you.
Awful sorry about your Aunt Sadie.
Thanks.
The whole town's gonna miss her. I got a few letters I need to drop off to you while you're in town. I'll stop by later if you'll be there.
Okay, thank you, I appreciate that.
Awful nice seeing you, Evie.
You too, thanks.
See you at the bingo hall, Ben.
Thanks, Floyd. I call the numbers down there, you know.
Well, that must be a lot of fun, but can you tell us how to get to the cottage?
Michael.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I get carried away. The cabin's down by the lake about 2 miles past the mill. Sorry I don't have a key for it. It's been locked up since she passed away 2 weeks ago.
That's okay, we have the key.
Oh, good. Carl will show you down in his truck, won't you, Carl?
Sure will.
Oh, where are my manners? Carl, would you please get these fine folks a cold soda? They've had a long trip.
That's really not necessary.
Not only is it necessary, it's good business.
Well, there you are. The prettiest cottage on the lake. Now, if you need anything, you just give us a holler. We have firewood, kerosene, anything you need. Oh, that's all right. You ain't got to do that. I'm just happy to oblige. You folks have a nice day.
Suit yourself.
Oh, honey, isn't it lovely? It's just like I remember it.
It's very brown. Wow, she left you the furniture.
This place brings back so many memories.
I'll say one thing about your Aunt Sadie. She kept a clean house.
Here's a picture of me and Aunt Sadie. I bet I was only 2 or 3 years old in this picture.
What do you know? The water works. I wonder if the stove does.
Fresh flowers.
The shopkeeper said the house has been shut up for 2 weeks.
Well, maybe he had a key.
He said he didn't have a key.
I don't know. Here's Mom. Here's Aunt Sadie. I bet I was only 10 years old in this picture with her.
Well, I'm going to unload the car.
Okay, I'll help you.
We'll get back. Get unpacked. Have a cup of coffee, sit down, figure out what we're going to do, and go from there. Finally.
It's my old swing.
I can't find the coffee.
I thought you packed it.
Oh, God, Evie, I gotta have my coffee. Jesus.
Let's see.
It's not here, it's not. We're gonna have to go back to that general store.
Okay, that's fine. I want to get some more of that hard candy when you get back in there. Well, aren't you gonna stop?
We haven't got time for that. We have to get down
we
to
can't just leave him there. We gotta go back and see if he's okay. Can we help you?
Maybe.
What happened? Your car die?
Old Buttercup, she may rat a little bit. She may be temperamental, but she never will die.
Well, I can call you a tow truck if you want.
The nearest tow truck's in Somerville.
Well, we can give you a ride.
We really don't have time for that.
Well, I thank you. I could use a ride.
Where you headed?
I'm on my way to the ice cream social.
Well, hop in.
Evie, we... Which way?
Just down the road a piece, past the general store.
Then why were you headed in the other direction?
Is that you, Eve?
I can't believe how everybody seems to know who I am.
Everybody loves Sadie.
So, tell me, Mr.
Morgan. Don Morgan. Folks around here call me Doc.
Doc, huh? Well, what do they pay you with? Chickens?
What?
I can't say I've gotten paid in any chickens lately. In fact, I haven't had worried about getting paid from anybody for a long time now.
So, what kind of doctor were you?
A neurosurgeon.
Neurosurgeon. What the hell are you doing around here? You could be working in any town making a bundle, any country.
Oh yes, I know. I used to make a lot of money before I came here.
Well, then why in the hell did you come here?
Well, if you don't mind me asking, why did you come here, mister?
Oh, Turner. Well, we had some business to conduct here, and we won't be here very long.
A lot of people say that. The next thing you know, they've got a cabin on the lake.
Well, you still didn't answer my question. Why did you come here? I'm sorry, just making conversation.
Destiny has many roads, Mr. Turner. Mine brought me here.
In that old piece of junk that we left back there?
Yes, Mr. Turner, in that very car.
Well, you know, I don't know much about old cars, but isn't that a...
It's a Studebaker.
Yeah.
I bought it brand new.
You know, you do seem somewhat familiar to me. When I was visiting my Aunt Sadie one summer, a doctor did come out to see me.
That would have been me, darling.
That's back when they did house calls, huh?
I haven't made any house calls since that day I came and seen you, Eve.
Wait a second. Are you telling me that there's been no one sick in this town since 1969?
There's the social right up there. Just park anywhere.
I always had so much fun at these ice cream socials. I'm glad to see they're still having them. Come on, let's go grab a bite.
I thought we were going to get coffee.
Ben and Carl running a bingo. You can't get no coffee without them.
Okay, let's socialize.
B4. B4.
Bingo.
Another happy winner, isn't that right, Carl?
That's right.
Oh, hi, Evie. Good seeing you. Glad you decided to join us today.
Well, it really wasn't my idea. We just ended up here. We saw Doc Morgan. His car had broken down, and we just decided to give him a ride, and here we are.
Mr. Turner, are you a bingo player?
No, actually, we were just on our way to your store to get some coffee.
Yeah, we shut the store down during a social, but Carl can get you some coffee. Can't you, Carl?
I sure will. We got some of the best coffee you've ever tasted. 110 cup coming right up.
No, you really don't have to.
Evie, I'm so glad you're here. Come with me, hon. I have some right friendly women folk I want you to meet.
Okay, great. Excuse me.
Mr. Turner, how are you pitching horseshoe?
Never done it.
Oh, I need a partner. Carl and Floyd won't let me leave until they get a chance to whip me. They never do.
I'm not your man, Mr. Bradley.
Well, Evie's going to be busy for a while. What have you got to lose?
Oh, all right. Let's pitch some horseshoes.
I'm going to go turn bingo over to somebody else, and I'll be right back.
Sure.
Okay, Mr. Turner, let's go pitch some horseshoes.
Okay, let's go pitch some horseshoes.
Tell me, Evie, did you have a pleasant trip?
Oh, yes, it was very scenic.
Will you be staying with us a while, my dear?
Well, I don't know. We have to take care of Aunt Sadie's affairs, and then I really don't know when we're going to go.
We're very sorry about your Aunt Sadie.
Thanks. I'm just sorry I missed her funeral. I just got her letter a few days ago. Now, is her cemetery around here or close by? I'd like to put some flowers on her grave before we leave town.
Well, there is a cemetery close by, but
There's plenty of time for paying respects. When's the last time you listened to a really great quartet?
Great.
Today, gonna pack my cares in a whistle and blow them all away. What if I've been unlucky? Really haven't a thing. There's a time I always feel happy as a king. When the red, red robin comes bobbing along, along, there'll be no more sobbing when he starts throbbing his old sweet song is singing. Wake up, wake up, you sleepyhead, get up, get up, get out of bed, cheer up, the sun is red, live, love, love and be happy. What if I've been blue, now I'm walking through fields of flowers. The rain may glisten, but still I listen for hours and hours. I'm just a kid again, doing what I did again, singing a song. When the red, red robin comes bobbing along. Oh, I wanna be a kid again, doing just what I did again, singing a song. When the red, red robin comes bobbing up, robin comes bobbing along.
Very entertaining. They're great. Are they local boys?
No, dear, I think they're from out west, Oklahoma, I believe. Well, Evie, dear, come with me. Have some ice cream. You haven't had ice cream till you've tasted Farmer Higgins' homemade ice cream.
Love ice cream, sure.
There you go, Evie. You used to love my ice cream. You couldn't get enough as a little girl.
I remember that. I never got a stomachache, though.
Of course not. No one gets a stomachache after my ice cream.
Okay, Mr. Turner, we'll throw a couple for practice. Let me show you how to hold it. Take the shoe and you hold it like this. And if you let go of it right, by the time it gets to the stake, it'll make a little, the balance of the shoe will make a turn to open when it gets there. So let me show you how to do that. So like that.
Okay.
Not bad, Mr. Turner. A little more pepper.
Right.
Now, Mr. Turner, besides chess, what else do you enjoy doing?
Wouldn't have a golf course around here, would you?
No, I'm afraid not.
Somehow I knew you were going to say that.
Would you like an ice cold glass of spring water, Evie?
Thank you. I always have water with my ice cream.
That's right, you always have.
You know, you look familiar. You look like someone I know.
Oh, you must have her confused with her mother. There's a strong resemblance. Run along and play now, dear.
So, Mr. Turner, how long are you and Evie going to be staying?
No, just long enough to take care of business.
I suppose you're anxious to get back home and start hitting those clubs again.
Not really. I really don't like golf.
I thought you liked golf.
I said I play golf. I didn't say I like golf.
Well, why do you play it if you don't like it?
Because that's the way I do business, Mr. Bradley. And I made a point of it to become an expert at it. Well, I don't think I'll be playing any more horseshoes today, Mr. Bradley. I don't see any profit in it. So tell me, what's your story?
What do you mean, Mr. Turner?
Where are you from? What do you do? Were you an astronaut or some sort of rocket scientist? There's a mixed bag of people over here. I even saw plates from Alaska. So what's your story?
I owned a chain of hardware stores.
And then you sold them all and gave the money to a benevolent society.
No, Mr. Turner, actually, I was a lot like you are. Very ambitious. I wanted to conquer the world.
And then fate brought you to Lake Evermore.
You could say that.
But what about the rest of these people? What are they doing here?
Well, Mr. Turner, some of them are going to stay here. Some will go down to Somerville. And some are going to cross over to the other side of the lake.
But yourself?
I'm right where I want to be.
Evelyn?
Yeah?
Ladies. We really need to be going, sweetheart.
Okay.
Well, there you go. 10 of the best coffee you've ever tasted.
Yes, thank Carl. Really appreciate it. Here, let me get
No,
some.
you ain't got to do that. That's a gift from the general store. Now, if you need anything at all, you just give us a holler. We have firewood, kerosene, anything you need.
Well, thank you. Thank you
You're
again,
welcome.
Carl.
Bye,
Thank you, ladies.
It was very nice to meet you all.
Brighten your life with some music. Begin every day with a beautiful song. The world is a stage and we're all in a play. So pack up all your troubles and just sing them away.
Oh, wait. What about Doc Morgan?
What about him?
Well, he still may need some help with his car.
I'm sure he'll be okay. Anyway, what am I supposed to do? I'm no mechanic.
Dr. Morgan! Dr. Morgan! Would you like a ride anywhere?
Yes, Eve, I can use your ride. Thank you. Hey, I'll see you later, Ben.
Okay, Doc, take care.
Thank you.
With a smile and a smile and a song. If you want to spread some joy to help him on his way, try happiness and you can't go wrong. Brighten your life with some music. Begin every day with a beautiful song. The world is a stage and we're all in a play. So pack up all your troubles and just sing them away. So start every new day with laughter. The future will bring happiness your way. So pull out a smile and make life worthwhile and have a happy day. Spread some joy, real true joy, and you will find every day's a happy day.
So I guess it was just flooded, huh?
Oh, she was definitely flooded.
So, Dr. Morgan, when was the last time you performed surgery?
It's been a long time, Mr. Turner.
Don't you miss it? Didn't you like being a surgeon?
To be honest, Mr. Turner, I never liked being a surgeon. I only done it because of the money. I've always thought if I had money, I'd be happy. When I was a surgeon, I had lots of money, but I was never happy. Enjoy your stay here, Mr. Turner.
Must be the mayor of Coopville. Can I help you?
I saw the door open in the car and I was wondering who might be up here. Are you here to buy the cottage?
Not exactly.
Is that you, Evie?
Mr. Polk? Is that you?
Evie Thompson. My, how you've grown up. I'm sorry to hear about your Aunt Sadie. It like to broke my heart when I heard she passed away, even though she was up in years. Can I do anything for you young folks?
Oh, there's nothing to worry about. I think we have everything we need for now.
I know one thing you don't have.
What's that?
A cooler full of fish. You want me to take you out on the lake? I know where they're biting right now.
I don't know. We have a lot to do. Besides I have that water phobia thing.
What?
You know that water phobia thing?
Go ahead. I thought you loved to fish.
Sweetheart, I haven't been fishing in years. Besides, I don't even know this guy.
Mr. Polk's harmless. Go ahead.
I got an extra reel.
Okay, let's go fishing.
Have fun.
You do have a life preserver in that boat, don't you, old timer?
I don't need one. I can swim clean across the lake with one hand. Come on, get in.
Somehow I knew you were going to say that. Okay, old timer, let's go fishing. Thank you.
still fits.
You know, there are two times to go fishing. When it's raining and when it ain't raining. You go fishing very often, Mr.
Turner.
Mr. Turner.
I used to go a lot when I was a kid, but I haven't been for a long time. My father says that a fishing rod is nothing but a stick with a hook on one end and a fool on the other.
So what did you and your friends do?
Didn't have any time for friends.
So what'd you do for fun?
I didn't have any time for fun. While the other kids were playing football and baseball, I was going to boarding school. And then when they got married, I was making the dean's list at college.
Oh, the dean's list. Wow.
Yeah. It was expected of me.
Any little boys in the Turner family? You could take them fishing.
No, I don't have any. We talked about it, but with all the travel and the business, there's just no time.
You know, when I come down here on the lake, I never bring a watch with me. I come here and I spend all day. Just me, the lake, and old Samson.
Samson?
Yep. Been trying to catch him for 30 years. He gets away from me every time.
30 years? I didn't even think a fish could live that long. He must be gigantic by now.
Biggest in the lake.
Well, is the fish that old any good for eating?
I don't want to eat him. I just want to catch him.
Well, what's the purpose of catching him if you're not going to eat him?
You're missing the whole point of fishing, Mr. Turner. The lake wouldn't be the same without old Samson. I surely would miss him. He and I go back a long way. Well, you can't catch a fish if you don't put a hook in the water.
I guess you're right, old timer.
It sure is nice seeing Evie again. You're a lucky man, Mr. Turner.
When I met Evelyn, I fell in love with her the moment I laid my eyes on her.
She's a pretty gal. She always has been.
I promised I would always take care of her when I married her, that she would never want for anything, and I've kept that promise, but she still doesn't seem very happy.
Maybe she doesn't need all those things to make her happy. Some days I come out here all day and never catch a single fish. But yet, there's no place I would rather be than right here at Lake Evermore. It's as if nothing else exists in the whole world. You know what I mean, Mr. Turner? Maybe it ain't none of my business, but with a pretty wife and all, maybe a few little ones might just be what you need. To go fishing, I mean.
Well, maybe just one. Whoa! I got one! I got one!
Reel me in. Reel me in.
I got him!
Old Simpson! You called Old Simpson!
I did, didn't I? Help me get him into the boat, Elmer!
Just turn him loose. He knows he's been caught.
Why would I want to do that? Okay, you're right.
Mrs. Flowers?
Mrs. Flowers.
I thought I might see you here, Evie.
Mrs. Flowers, I'm sorry. I don't remember your name. I always just called you Mrs. Flowers.
Oh, that's all right, child. I haven't heard anybody call me Mrs. Flowers for some time now. Your Aunt Sadie, God rest her soul, said that you might be coming back this way someday. And land of gosh, and here you are. You've grown up to be a beautiful young woman.
Thank you. Mrs. Flowers, it's so good to see you, and you haven't changed a bit.
I think it's these flowers that keep me young. You must have a whole backyard full of them.
Oh, we have a few. Bob and Dan spend more time with them than I do.
Your children.
No, the gardeners.
Gardeners, you must be doing quite well. Did you marry that prince on the white horse you always talked about when you were a little girl?
Well, he didn't have a white horse, but he is my prince.
Any little girls running around your home?
No, Michael's been too busy with work to have a family. I was kind of hoping things would have changed by now, but I guess some things never change.
I'll tell you what hasn't changed. I sure could use some help trimming these pretty flowers today. But why don't I go and make some tea, and then we can sit down and talk.
Wonderful.
Hey, you want to drive the boat?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah! Thanks! Okay. Okay. This way? Thanks. Okay.
But the first spinach, they don't like too much. I have better luck with spinach.
I would like roses. Peach. I don't like the traditional red. That's boring.
My favorite.
You know, have you ever seen on TV that guy that has that?
I know what you're talking about.
I like the texture. That's where you take the bourbon and let it go to the hook.
Pink is friendship, and white is secret admirer. I can't remember. Yellow means something else.
Would you like another fillet, Mr. Turner?
You know what? That sounds like a great idea. Sweetheart, would you like another fillet?
Oh my gosh, please, I can't eat all the fish. You guys finish it off.
Got to be kidding. We've got enough fish in that cooler to feed the entire country. Ain't that right, Elmer?
Don't look at me. I didn't catch them.
Looks like we have a new master of the lake.
Oh, Michael's a great fisherman. He just doesn't have a chance to fish very often.
Well, you know what? That's gonna change. Starting today. Ain't that right, Elmer?
Whatever you say, Mr. Turner.
You can call me Mike.
Hey, Mr. Polk, do you still play the guitar?
Yeah, I still play a chord or two.
Well, what are you going to play for us, Elmer?
How about Michael rowed the boat?
Oh, sing along. That's great.
Michael rowed the boat ashore. Hallelujah. Michael rowed the boat ashore. Hallelujah.
Sister, help to trim the sails. Hallelujah. Sister, help to trim the sails. Hallelujah. Michael, row your boat ashore. Hallelujah. Michael, row the boat ashore. Hallelujah.
Lake Evermore is deep and wide. Hallelujah. And I've got a home on the other side.
Can't believe it. I'm really beginning to enjoy myself here.
Oh, me too.
Hmm.
Do you want some more fish?
Oh, God, no, I'm stuffed. You're not gonna believe this, but I told Elmer that I would go fishing with him tomorrow.
Oh, well, what about your busy schedule?
I know. I can't believe it myself, but I'm really liking it here.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's stay here a while.
Sure. I can run my business from here for the next few weeks.
Really?
How could I not want to stay here?
How could anyone not want to stay here? What? What is it?
I just got an idea.
What?
I just got a $1 billion idea.
What?
Well, you said it yourself. How could anyone not want to stay here? Can you imagine how much money people would be willing to spend for a line of condos on the other side of the lake?
Mike, you can't put condos on this beautiful lake. That would be like sacrilege.
I'm not going to do anything to hurt the lake. I'd probably end up making it better.
How would putting condos on this lake make it any better?
Think of it yourself. Think of the money I could bring in, the tourism. I could take this little one-store town and turn it into a shopping mecca.
Money isn't everything, and more isn't always better. Some things are better just to be left alone.
That's a bunch of crap. Think about it. Where would man be without change? You wouldn't have your cell phones or your jet planes. We wouldn't have the Mercedes we came up here with. I mean, without change, we would never have advanced.
Mike, when we came here today, it was like I got to relive my childhood again. These were some of the best moments of my whole life spent here on Lake Evermore. Now, there's something that I haven't told you. When I was only 3 years old, my mother and I were in a horrible, horrible car accident. And I was in and out of a coma until I was 11 years old. At one time I woke up a few weeks after the accident and I found out that my mother had died and she was already buried. And now I'm back and I feel like I can have a second chance to have a great, fantastic childhood.
Sweetheart, I'm sorry about your mom. And I'm glad you're enjoying yourself here, that you have a second chance at your childhood. But that's not reality. This is reality. This is the real world, where we have to go to work every day, where we have to pay the bills. At least that's the reality I live in.
Remember, Mike, once you change things, you can never change it back. It's changed forever, and you may never get a second chance. I'm going to bed.
There you go. Now, don't eat all that in one day.
Thank you, Mr. Bradley.
Mr. Turner, beautiful morning, isn't it?
Yes, it is, Mr. Bradley.
Why don't you call me Ben?
Okay, then. If you call me Mike.
Okay, Mike.
Good. Hey, Ben, you wouldn't happen to have a map to the lake, would you?
Why, yes, I do.
Good. Thank you.
If you're looking for a good fishing spot, old Elmer can help you with that. Isn't that right, Carl?
That's right. Old Elmer's the master of the lake. Nobody knows it better than him. That's for sure.
That's a fact.
Could I borrow your pencil there?
Certainly.
Thank you.
What are you drawing, Mike?
Well, Ben, you are looking at the future home of Turner Condos.
Condos, huh?
I'll see you at the bingo hall, Ben.
Okay, Floyd.
Take care, Floyd. Hey, Ben, could you set me up with some more firewood there, please?
Sure. Put some firewood in his trunk, will you please, Carl?
Thank you.
Mr. Turner, life is a lot like a chess game. Once you make a move, you can't take it back.
You know, Mr. Bradley, in chess, fortune favors the bold.
Are you sure you want to do this? Is it absolutely necessary?
Not only is it necessary, it's good business.
You
I
scared
have a
me.
letter
to
for you, Evie.
Put it on the kitchen table. I gotta go.
You should read it. It's from your Uncle Albert.
Oh my God.
Here's something for your trouble, Carl. Hey, Carl, do you have a payphone inside?
No, sir, we don't. Nearest payphone is just outside of town in Somerville.
Somerville, huh? Okay.
Mrs. Flowers? Mrs. Flowers! Are you in there, Mrs. Flowers?
Yeah, Steve, this is Mike. I'm glad I caught you. Hey, Steve, we're sitting on a gold mine here. I need you to send up a survey team as quick as you can, okay? Oh, you won't believe this place. Okay, I will. Take it easy now.
You have to go with me, darling. We have to go right now.
Dressed the same. They're dressed the same.
Listen, as if nothing has changed here at all, come to think of it.
We really don't like to see things change around here.
He's passed away for over 20 years now.
You mean it's been sitting here all this time?
There are some things look better the way they are. Not broke, don't fix them. Isn't that right, Carl?
That's right.
Don't you agree, Mr. Turner?
It's as if nothing else exists in the whole world. You know what I mean, Mr. Turner?
Tomorrow never comes, Mr. Turner. Mr. Turner, life is a lot like a chess game. Once you make a move, you can't take it back.
Dear Evie, if you are reading this letter, you have made your way back to Lake Evermore. I feel that I should let you know some things about this place because I wouldn't want you to make the same mistakes I made. One day, your Aunt Sadie and myself were traveling to the Midwest to buy some land I was planning on developing. Along the way, we got lost, and the next thing I remember, I was pulling into Bradley's general store for directions. Ben and Carl introduced us to the people of Lake Evermore at the ice cream social. They were charming people and made us feel right at home. It felt so nice there, I forgot about the business I was so preoccupied with. We lived among the people of Lake Evermore for a while in a little cottage on the lake. No one had been living there, and we were told we could stay as long as we wanted to. Life was comfortable, and we couldn't have been happier. Many times we would attend the ice cream socials, enjoy the band, the barbershop quartet, the widows, the kids, the food, Farmer Higgins ice cream, and a fellowship. Yes, life was pretty good for your Aunt Sadie and me, until one day I got the idea of developing Lake Evermore. Yes, my old ways had come back to haunt me. It had been so long since we had arrived to Lake Evermore, I didn't really know how to get back to the main highway. I finally ended up in a town called Somerville. It was like being back in the real world, almost. The people of Somerville were quite different from the people of Lake Evermore. Polar opposites, in fact. Everyone unhappy, hurrying everywhere, not very friendly indeed. They were more than happy to help me pursue my business ideas, as if they had a vested interest in the whole thing. When I returned to Lake Evermore, things were different. I can't explain it exactly, but somehow things were different. I arrived at the cottage just in time to see Elmer and Mrs. Hamilton making their way across the lake. I never saw her again. As the days passed, I noticed a change in everyone. I no longer felt welcome at the ice cream socials. Things never were the same after my visit to Somerville. One day I went for a drive and finally found the road that brought us to Lake Evermore. I noticed there was a hairpin turn with a broken guardrail on a cliff over the lake. Out of curiosity, I had to find what was at the bottom of that cliff. What I found was too frightening to tell you. I'm here writing this letter for you in hopes that you will never read it. The weather is turning bad now. I must cut this letter short. I will leave it with Floyd in case you should find your way here at Lake Evermore. Love, Uncle Albert.
Michael, where are you?
Evelyn! Evelyn! Evelyn, I'm over here!
Michael, I can hear you. Where are you? Michael!
I'm over here! I'm over here!
You just couldn't leave well enough alone, could you? Okay, honey, let's go. It's a beautiful day and we may never get a second chance.
P.S. All my life I've wheeled and dealed, trying to stay one step ahead of the next man. I've learned that there are more important things than keeping up with the Joneses. I was given a second chance and I failed. Not too many people get a second chance. If you or anyone you know gets that second chance, make sure they honor that. After all, we only get one.